Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. As I'm migrating through the changes and the transformations that are coming and being blessed to me through my intent, my forward motion, and my positivity, my roads are changing and they're morphing into a partnership of family. I really haven't had much partnership in a tight location with my family because we bump heads a lot. Because I'm a person who says it, does it, completes it, and goes on to the next thing in succession. Like, I don't allow days, weeks, or months to entertain any space in between my tasks and getting them completed, started, finished, and checking off the list of all the to-dos. And my kin seems to think that there's all the time in the world and that things don't have to be taken care of right then and there, that it could be taken care of when they feel the energy, the desire, the motivation to go backwards and hit that list of to-dos and start checking them off. I've never lived that way. I've always known that when you don't complete the tasks that you have lined up for that day, then they drip over into the next day, and it keeps drifting over and over until you're looking at weeks of started, non-finished, or not handled properly tasks before you, which lets them compile upon each other, giving you a heavier load to carry when you finally remember that you've got a checklist that needs to be addressed. I'm the type of person who makes a list and then actively goes through that list, whether I want to or not, whether the numbers, the issues, the levels are hard or not, hard or easy. I just tackle it, and I tackle it, and I continue to tackle it until that list for that day is completed, that everything has been touched and everything has been perfected and finished, completed, and set back to its proper place. But not everybody has that attitude or that mode of direction or that response mechanism that they have relied on all of their life. And now I find myself in a position where my financial situation didn't turn out the way I would have liked it to, where I didn't have to rely on anybody to help me keep my utilities on, but that's not where I stand today. With the debilitating health effects that have occurred in my life, where I had been told that I had multiple sclerosis, an autoimmune situation seeded by the environment, and then a possible stroke almost back to back. It left me in a position where I had no choice but to rely on partnerships and family in order to see my end thrive and not have to struggle or figure out how I can keep my utilities on. My oldest daughter was having some issues within her own situation, so we decided that maybe it would be better if we combined our efforts and our resources in order to effectively help each other, in order to not have to struggle as hard, but maybe slide by a little bit with the momentum of thriving, pushing us into a position where the energy is flowing at a pace that is complementary not only to me, but to her as well. And I don't know how it's going to end out. I don't know how things are going to turn. But I do know that it's going to take an awful lot of compromising on both sides in order to make this a livable partnership for the amount of time that it takes me to fix my physical body and restore my finances to a position where I don't have to go into partnership with another individual, that we both will have the opportunity to stand on our own and still be able to not only survive but to thrive in that existence as well. So I don't know how this is all going to work out, but what I do know is that I'm going to give it my best shot. And as much as I feel like my whole world is being cramped into a cube, one little small cube, and that I'm being overrun by my daughter and her enormous furniture and her desire to step into my life and rearrange it completely to suit her. She's going to have to realize that I live here and that this is my house and that we're helping each other. We're not hurting the other by being uncompromisable. That we both have the ability to see the whole picture and not just the little tiny chunks that we have control over, because that's what energy we share, we give, and we put out. But to be respectful, responsible, and compassionate of a larger family unit where we're working as a partnership, not as a mother and a daughter and a grandchild, but as a complete unit of fullness, wholeness, and harnessing, enhancing, and perfecting our ability to get past whatever dismay that may, keep us on edge, but to find the compassion and the forgiveness and understand that this isn't something that one or the other put into place in order to gain leverage or domination of, but to work equally with one hand shaking the other hand, where there's stability and growth that's available for all parties. And that at the end of this endeavor, and I can't see that it would be longer than a year, right? We'll come out to offer abundance, blessings, and positive opportunities, not just for me, but for her too. And not just for her, but for her children as well. Because there's always some kind of discord when you have the inability to work collectively as a partnership, where there's equal give and take, where one party is on the same level as the other party, and that help is reciprocal, and that admiration, honor, and compassion and forgiveness is the next step in order to facilitate a great, balanced relationship. I know that this is possible. I know that everything is possible when you put energy, love, and light, compassion and forgiveness, and forward motion into whatever situation you could be entering or exiting or perfecting or enhancing. And I believe that with positivity, love, and understanding for the entire situation, that we both will be able to work as an effective partnership without clashing heads or overrunning territory. Understanding that this is my territory, but it's also going to be shared by her and her kids. So that's going to come into a clash in how people live, because I don't live the crazy life. I don't leave lights on. I don't leave water running. I don't leave my mailbox door open. I make sure that all the doors and all the windows are shut and secure. I don't leave the possibility for danger to come my way. When other people seem to think that that's a little bit much, I don't think that your safety is ever too much. And regardless of how you figure out how to take care of your livelihood, your safety, your well-being, when you work as an effective team where each party is working together to perfect the whole, then your opportunities of success are far better. So I am sending not only to everyone out there, but also to the family that's going to be joining me way so soon, and making my space even tighter than what it already is, but allowing enough room for love and compassion to bloom, blossom, and grow, that it will redirect negative energies and provide positive opportunities for a firm foundation, a stable structure, and a life without suffering. I offer this for me, for you, for her, and for everyone everywhere, that partnerships are gained with love and light and respect and honor, with morals, morality, and forward motion in a positive, upward manner. Remembering that interconnectivity and unity is what we are all about, experiencing human form, experiencing the humanitarian side of being a human being, embracing our light essence, and experiencing life on earth. While we're seeking the spiritual growth and development of raising our consciousness, our vibration, and truly walking in the world of the warmth and the love and the light that comes with the highest vibration of all, the love vibration. My lovely collective, no matter where you find yourself, I believe in you and I believe in me. And I know that the road ahead won't be an easy road, but it'll be a road worth walking. When my family and your family, your partnerships and my partnerships align perfectly with the energy in which we embody, the direction in which we're intuitively led to go, where our inner knowing is clear and our clarity is wisdom filled and our knowledge is based on experiences and lessons learned, value gained. My lovely collective, no matter where you are, I am always encouraging you to see the better side of what your existence could be when you actively put your response into every one of your movements and hold the choice that you make with dignity and compassion and forward motion, not just for you, but for everyone who's around you as well. Love and light, my lovely collective.